Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another kicking, you guessed it, action figure review. Here's one that's getting discontinued from Schleich's Eldrador Creatures line. It is the Swamp Monster. Yeah, it's like a big hairy gator, kind of SCP vibes, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, hit that like button if you get the reference. But it's still pretty neat. I just wanted to grab it because it is getting discontinued. You can see a lot of cool stuff. We have the Stone Monster, Ice Giant, Jungle Creature, Lava Smasher. We have all those. We don't have the Shadow Dragon. But I have reviewed the Stone Monster and Lava Smasher, I believe, at this point. So, yeah, if you want to check out those reviews, please do. Ice Giant and Jungle Creature reviews coming soon. I don't know about the Shadow Dragon because I don't have one. But, let's go ahead and bust this guy out of package. And here he is out of package, the Schleich Swamp Monster. Yes, this is actually one of the plant creatures. It's mostly reptilian, but you can see this hair growing out of its back. Those are actually like vines and stuff, and I think it's a pretty good look. I have to say, though, not Swamp faction, the plant faction of Eldrador, it's kind of my least favorite faction. Well, I guess Jungle faction, which is a much cooler sounding name than Plant faction. The Jungle faction is my least favorite because they don't have all the translucent parts. Everyone else has all these super cool translucent parts, but not him. All of the jungle creatures have these yellow thorns. Why aren't they clear? Just make them translucent. That's it. That's all you have to do to make them match the aesthetic of the rest of the toy line. But they won't. And they have such a light wash on them. They don't look good. The yellow is ugly, and it stands out in a weird way. We need translucent parts. I know they don't want to give them green translucent parts, because that's what they give the stone creatures. They give them green ones. So just make the yellow ones clear. It would be a little more engineering, but no more than you have on every other Schleich figure. Come on. It's disappointing. It's frankly disappointing. And this sculpt is cool for the most part. I like the big, exaggerated crocodilian head and stuff. Cool painted on the inside and everything. And the only articulation you have is this big jaw. Though I do wish the tail had articulation, because it's the most awkward part of the sculpt. It's sticking straight up like this, and the reason they did that is so he could easily fit in his box. The box was made, and they slapped like a new print on each box and stick the figure in it. Maybe the tail should have come around, though, because this looks like he's taking a shit. Take it from someone who's raised lizards and is currently raising a crested gecko. When my crested gecko shits, you know what they do? That. This is a reptile shitting pose. Now, I don't think crocodilians do that to shit. Their tails are too heavy, and they're swimming when they shit, I would assume. I've never raised a crocodilian. But he looks like he's dropping a deuce. And I can't, every time I look at him, that's all I can think, is he's dropping a deuce. For kids, I mean, knowing kids, they'll probably also think that. But you could also say that this is like a warning stance, where they wave their tail in the air, or maybe this is a good pose for attacking. But all you would have needed to fix it is a swivel right here, and then you can just turn it down. That's it. It would have been a little awkward looking, but not as awkward as that. Like, yeah, the sculpt, for the most part, is cool, and the paint is good. It's competent paint. But I can see why this guy's getting discontinued. Some of the other discontinued figures, I'm like, why? This is such a cool figure. But with this guy, it's like the awkward pose and jungle creatures just not being as visually exciting as some of the others. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Anyway, now let's get to size comparisons. First up, let's compare him with someone from his own faction. Here we have the jungle creature, also getting discontinued. That's fine, that's cool. I dig it, that's ace. Next up, how about an ice critter? Here is the ice giant that you saw on the back of his packaging. That's a fight that I would be willing to pay to see. And then next up, how about something from the lava domain? with the Lava Dragon. Alright. And for the last Schleich figure, I'm going to show something from their prehistoric line. Here is the also discontinued Plesiosaurus. That would be an actually cool water fight right there. And then I want to show him with a Kaiju, since I think Kaiju collectors will really like these Eldrador figures. Here he is with the Bandai Creations, not Creations, Bandai Japan Movie Monster Series Godzilla 2000. That would maybe be a better matchup, but that's okay too. Yeah, and all those figures you just saw in size comparisons are ones I have not reviewed yet. So if you would like to see those reviews, definitely hit me up in the comments and let me know what order you'd like to see them in. I know you guys would probably prefer to see the Plesiosaur and Godzilla first, but maybe you'd like the Dragon or Jungle Creature. I don't know. Just let me know down below. But that is it for the Swamp Monster. Final thoughts. It's kind of subpar for the Eldrador line. It's not as visually interesting as most. It just looks like a crocodile with spikes and a bunch of grass on his back. It's not as... His theme isn't as woven into him as other Eldrador creatures, unfortunately. And he just doesn't really have the feel the others do. I feel like he's probably an older model, and I understand why he's being retired. But if you just like cool crocodilian monsters, this is probably for you, even though he's perpetually taking a shit. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.